The Tigers came back home to Johnny Unitas Stadium this past Saturday. The Tiger Lacrosse Report starts now, brought to you by the Green Turtle.
For an athlete, there's nothing scarier than a torn ACL.
Athletes trust us with their care and their careers because we're a recognized leader in sports medicine.
Get back to your active life sooner with MedStar Sports Medicine.
Wise Market's ice cream plant is based in Sunbury, Pennsylvania, and locally owned and operated. We've been making our ice cream for nearly 50 years. We create roughly 70 flavors of ice cream right now. We use local ingredients, especially our cream, which is from our milk plant. The cream is what gives our ice cream a rich and creamy texture. Now, together with our customers, we've created a product called Peanut Butter Indulgence, which will be coming out this summer. It's a peanut butter ice cream with sea salt caramel swirl, chocolate-covered pretzel. How could you go wrong with that? Personally, I love our ice cream. If you come to our house at any given time, you'll find at least 5 packets of ice cream in our freezer. Our kids grew up eating Wise quality ice cream, and now we get to treat our grandchildren to it. It's been a pleasure for me to be tasting ice cream for over 40 years for Wise Markets, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Welcome to another edition of the Tiger Lacrosse Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Shawn Nadelen. The Tigers this Saturday took on the Pioneers of Denver in another matchup of top 10 teams. And Coach, this was a game that early on went back and forth. You go into halftime, the game is 4-4. What did you tell your team? What did you see that you liked? What did you see that you didn't like?
I thought our defense was playing pretty solid. I thought we did, outside of the first quarter where we had, again, some turnovers that were within our control. You know, we like to have those back, but I thought we cleaned it up a little bit more in the second quarter, got more of a feel of what they were trying to do. Offensively, I didn't like our rhythm. I didn't like our lack of intensity and aggressiveness. I thought we were feeding into their hand with what they were looking to do, which we expected in regards to quick double teams, especially on rollbacks and things, and we just didn't, we were prepared for it, we game planned against it, but we just, in the moment couldn't do it the right way, so that hurt us.
You had mentioned before the game that unlike Duke, they like to pack it in. Was that something that was giving you guys a hard time, maybe?
I think conversely, they actually did a decent job of stretching out, and then saw what Duke had done with extended pressure and then decided to probably do that. And, they pressured us on the adjacents. They shut off a couple times with the shorts, made it difficult for us to really carry and transfer the ball on the perimeter, creating some pressure. But then when we did get them to pack it in and settle it down, I don't think that was too much of the issue. It was more us just not being ready for the quick double teams in certain spots.
Third quarter starts, you guys come out, you take a 6-4 lead. Unfortunately, you did not score in the fourth quarter. They outscored you 3-0 to make it a 7-6 final. What was it about that fourth quarter? And again, unfortunately, that turnover started to rear its ugly head.
Yeah, we had, throughout the whole game, we had quick possession time, at different points, where we just were careless with the ball offensively, and, our defense played a lot of defense in the game. We played well, but, they'd get a reset off of a pipe, or we would fail to clear, and, they'd come back at us. So, within that, I think our defense, was decent physically, but maybe mentally just wore down a little bit. They get a rebound knock-in goal where we didn't clamp down off of that. They get the the game winner down the alley where we wanted to get to the guy's left hand because he's primarily a lefty, and we just didn't get to him well enough, and our slide was too shallow to get there and get pressure on him. And then we just had an opportunity when they tied it 6-6. We got the ball, we're getting down the lefty alley, and we get double teamed. We look to transfer it behind where we had opportunity on the backside, and we just send it over the top. So a simple exchange where we didn't step away to get our hands free to pass it. We didn't execute that, and then we earned the ball back off the clear and failed to clear. Something we worked on extensively throughout the week of practice leading into it. Drew it up, made a poor decision. We didn't clarify it as well as we needed to within coming out of the timeout to make sure the guys were clear and understanding what they needed to do, and that's on us to make sure we execute, and the guys understand what to do. So that would have given us an opportunity to tie it up, after the 7-6 lead by Denver, but just couldn't get there.
All right, let's look at the bright spots. Tyler Canto had another great day in the goal. You mentioned the one rebound. Then there was another goal that actually kicked off a Towson player and went in after a stop. But he made some phenomenal stops on Saturday, and he continues just to impress week after week.
He does. They, they took some shots that we really hadn't seen with some really low angle shots around his ankle and stuff where, those are tough. Those are tough for any goalie, especially a tall goalie, to be able to get a stick down there. Those are more trying to get your feet on them, trying to make some foot saves with it. The own goal, unfortunately the own goal resulted because of a failed turnover. Tyler tried to force a pass to the corner, they intercept it, feed the guy cut in the middle, he makes a great save off of that, and then the ball rebounds out and hits off, one of our guys, chest and goes in the goal. So, but I think he continues to play at a pretty high level. We got to clean up, some of his decision making in the clear, but we can't, we can't say that he's playing bad at all.
And then Alex Woodall probably faced the toughest face-off man he's faced all year in Bose, and he had another phenomenal day.
He did. He had another strong day. Took him a couple reps to figure him out. Not to figure him out, but just get used to Booze. And, the kid's good. He fit the bill. Our guy, Alex, I was very impressed with Alex after his previous two outings where he probably played his most controlled game. When he won the ball, he was poised with it. And they were showing some pressure, doing some things, and at times he was an athlete and just had to run past and make clean exchanges. Other times he was able to get the ball out into the guys that he needed to. So I was happy with Alex and how he settled down in the face-off game, to allow us, more opportunity, especially at the end. When they tied it up and he goes out there, he wins that next face-off or they get the advantage to go out there to try to tie it up from our end. He wins it and gets it down into the box for us to call a timeout.
So the Tigers fall to Denver 7-6. Towson will try to rebound this week as CAA play begins as the Hofstra Pride will come to Johnny Unitas Stadium. Tune in later this week to TowsonTigers.com when Coach Nadelen and I will talk about the matchup with the Pride as the season now moves into CAA play. So for the head coach of the Tigers, Shawn Nadelen, I'm Spiro Morekas. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Tiger Lacrosse Report presented by the Green Turtle. And as always, go Tigers.